Hi Darren, hi Dudu. How are you guys?
Doing great. How you doing, Gideon?
Very good, very good. Long time since we talked, Darren.
It has been a little while, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how it is. We both get busy.
Yeah. I'm trying to make this live on the Facebook group, uh, but for some reason, it doesn't really let me to do that.
Oh, maybe that's only a YouTube thing.
Yeah, I also try YouTube. Strangely enough, it doesn't it says like this user is not permitted to do that.
Oh,
Yeah, strange.
as far as posting on Facebook or your actual YouTube channel is having a problem.
Yeah, both actually.
Hmm.
So I don't know if because something with my Zoom um, doesn't have the ability to do that.
Well, I think with YouTube Live, you've got to start at YouTube, right?
Yeah, but then I can connect the Zoom to it.
Can you? I didn't know you could.
I don't think I know I can from Zoom to YouTube. Definitely yes,
Okay. I
but
never do this. I leave these kinds of things up to Andy and Brett. They're much better at being in front of a camera than I am.
yeah. Um, let's see. So Dudu, you are awfully quiet. How are you?
He's going to remain quiet. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine, thank you. Just waiting, doing
Yeah.
some other stuff in the background.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Yeah, if I'm gonna start the YouTube, it doesn't want to work.
Hmm.
Like I can't, if I'm starting from there, I can't open it like I can open the Zoom anymore. So it's
Yeah,
still
maybe,
recording, so I will upload this as as a video.
yeah.
Um,
The next one you do, you should talk to Brett, find
yeah,
out what he uses, because he must use some kind of third party, which can
yeah.
then
I
stream
don't
it.
think they're using Zoom, right?
No, they're doing something through YouTube Live, but I'm pretty darn sure they're using some kind of third party, which then also shows in YouTube Live, but it gives you a whole um, like admin center and everything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just trying this new, you know, uh, new webinar thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe I
Oh,
got it with the
live
YouTube
stream.
at least.
Yeah. Now streaming live on YouTube. Nice.
Yeah, let's. Oh, that's good. So now I can post from YouTube to Facebook.
Yeah.
Huge walk around, but I really want the community to be able to see this. Okay, cool. So we are broadcasting. The link is in the thing. Okay, that's good. So Darren, Dudu, do you have any question? I'm not prepared for today. basically I didn't get like a lot of questions like last time. Last time where I got like 10, 12 questions and I just was on a roll of answering everything. I answer it just like in theory, basically, just trying to explain what I'm doing because I wasn't on Zoom. It was just a live. But today we are on Zoom. So I can definitely answer any questions and I can solve it live with you, which I think is going to be really, really good. So yeah, so I'm just waiting for any questions. If you don't have, I can just try to show different cases from the group. I can just scroll on in the group chat and see if I have some questions and I can just show it. And then those guys, I can just tag you and basically you will be able to see it later in your own free time. If not, if you have your own questions, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. Dudu, if you have anything, yeah, Darren.
Good to see anything you want to build. Go crazy.
Right. So until Dudu, I'm gonna build. So if you're gonna ask me a question, I hope I will see this as well. Right. So basically, as you all know, I'm pretty sure that most of you already tried to build your first Glide app. So I don't want to show how to actually open a new app. So every time that I'm gonna open a new app using the data like Glide tables, I will get this very basic layout of like categories and things. And this is great because I already have some relation there. I have some images, I have some data input, and of course I have these basic users with the one that I just logged in. And as a basic thing, it will create this row ID. If you want to add another, like some trick that I use, if you want, you know, to get some more data and you struggle of like bringing new data to your app and you don't know what to do. So what I use is those things. I mean, actually, I pretty much use this only to create like new tables for me. We have this new chat thing, which is cool. Let's see, actually, I don't think I ever used that first thing. So let's see what this happens. Right. So when I create this chat, it's already going to create a new page for me with chat that I can type in whatever I want. Let's see. Okay, it says hi. It says right now that happened, and it takes an image. So let's look at the components. Actually, if you don't know the chat component yet, so basically the text here is going to save it to this message. So if you want to create a whole new thing for this with a new table, then you will need to go to data, create a new table and put all those information, the message, time, when it happened. Then you see this in Hebrew because I'm on the Google account that is using Hebrew, not the English one. But as you can see, Glide can recognize the setting of my device and basically set some of the things according to my language. For example, the dates and some of the buttons of submit and cancel and stuff like this, which is really cool. But we can see that it didn't take my user email, it didn't take my username or user photo. So we need to take, okay, so now we have display data and we have save data. Save data is to save the data from the content. So I can put like my own email, I will take from user profile, email, name, I will take from profile, name, and photo, I will take it from photo. So now we're gonna tap hi. It's gonna recognize it's from Gideon Lahav, and it's look like a different user because now it's actually bringing the email. So I can see it here, which is nice. If I want to create more data for myself, I can use project management, for example. It's going to give me some data about projects. It creates this whole table with the Kanban. And I see in the data source, I have projects, and it also created teams because each team have his own projects. So we have team names here and team names over here. And of course, because it's a Kanban, I can just change it around. The statuses, I can also see it is now desktop view. And now I have chat, I have projects, and those category things. Let's add more stuff. So we can add a dashboard. Dashboard, basically gonna create like expenses dashboard with the chart and everything. And in the data, we can see that now this all like plugged in data. So it's not calculated. If you see like white, it's not calculated. If you see blue, it's calculated. So basically we can see those team here. Of course, it's different teams than here, but not marketing. So let's try to do something nice. We have marketing cost, we have engineering cost. So we have marketing, we have engineering. So can we connect between this team and these costs? Right, so what we're gonna do is this. Right, so we will need for each team to create a cost value. So basically we will need another table. We're going to create this time our own, but you know what, we can use things. So let's call things as costs, and we can call this costs category. So now in cost, I need to add team. Which team was it? So we can take team, we can just take those names and put in cost. Okay, Barbara, nice to join us. How are you? I'm showing just a simple app because I didn't have any specific questions yet. So I'm just showing my way of work with Glide. I started with a really basic template here. Feel free to ask anything. If you want, you can write in the chat. If you have a specific problem that you want me to try to solve you, whenever you want. It's free hour for all. So now I want to connect between team and costs. So what I will do, I will make a related costs. I will take a relation computed from team name to cost to team and match multiple because each team can have multiple costs. And instead of stock, let's make it cost. And instead of this, we can make like a $sign and display it from before and make it as those two. And of course, we need also a date of expense. And this will be just simple date. Barbara, fill in as I said. Oh, so sorry at the jump. Yeah, no problem. Darren, you left. Barbara, do you have any questions, or you want me just to show you how we work with Glide, basically? Barbara, are you with us? You can just show like the emoji hand or something, just for me to know that I'm not talking to myself here.
Sorry, I put it in the chat. Just go ahead and show your magic.
Oh, okay, sure. No problem. So basically what I showed that I just added like really basic information from Glide just using those tables. And now I'm connecting between teams to actual costs. So I took from team all the names and I put it in, I built two columns, team and date. And now I connected between teams. So now I can say, and we have these costs. So I want to know in each month, how much did it cost me for each, I mean, to make those dynamic, basically. This is the goal here. So we can make marketing costs and we can call it a query. And I will take query, which is really, really powerful tool. And I want the source will be costs. And I want to filter, only show me a team is marketing. So marketing and marketing, but that's not enough because I want to see the month. So we can go back here for two things, go to, let's make it as a list. I think it's going to be more comfortable. And I can click edit, and then we can add a simple date of expense, and this cost. So this will be cost. Name is name. That's perfect. Image. Okay. So let's make it September. Let's make this as August. And let's make this date as July. I'm submitting it. And now we can go here and I can basically, let's make it, doesn't really matter. So we can make it short. And now we can just duplicate it just like this. And we can say month of expense. And we have the format date. And I can take the date that I just did. And now I want to see month and year. So month and year. So now I have the month and year of that expense. That's great. Now we can go here. We see cost of 2022. But what if I want cost of current year? How can I do that? Current year. Right, so we need current year first. So we need current year. For this one, we just can make format date again. I want just a year. And date will be current time. So now I can see current time. Now let's combine the two because I want to filter those guys here. So I need month and year. I'm going to use template, month and year, month and year. Take the month's name and take the current year. So now let's see if this is going to work because, oh yeah, it's going to work. It's in English, so it is fine. So now marketing costs, it's not only that I want to filter the query team is marketing because this is marketing cost, but also I want the month of expense is this row, month and year. And I can also order it by date of expense, just so it will be more comfortable. So we can see that in September, we have just one cost of marketing, right? So we have marketing only one time. So if we take marketing and let's change it to put it in August, also in July, and also this, and back to current year, now we can see the total, how much they are. So let's make it this one, marketing cost actual. We're going to use rollup. And from the query that I did, I'm going to take the cost and make it as sum. So now I have the actual costs of that team. And it will show me only current year. So next year, we're going to start over. Of course, we can make it a bit even more dynamic than this. And I can even check last year and stuff like that. So now we don't need this anymore. But before we do, we're going to take this, copy this, make this cost, put like a small dot here, just to have different name, final uses of this column, because I want to change between this and this. So I copy my name, I made here final uses, and now I can go here and whatever it's there, I can just change it. So let's go to chart, and also here, and also a market trust. Instead of not empty, we can say greater than 0. And here we have as well. So here, and data grid is not needed anymore because we don't need to type it in. Now it's going to write it automatically. So we have marketing, and that's, you can make as design. And now basically I can see the actual data. So if I'm gonna add some more rows over here and duplicate, take all of this and just make it like this, we can see it's grown. So we can make it equal to cost and changes. Instead of September, we can make it April, for example. And let's put the marketing as well. And let's see, it wasn't April. So let's see, no, it didn't, still August. So we can make it April. And this is April as well. Now if we go to layout, we can see the data was changed. So this is how I basically connected between costs and teams and those three things, which is really cool, I think. We can also connect between project and costs. So we can say like projects. And again, in the same method, I will take project name, just plug it in like this. And basically, I don't care. So we're gonna make related. I don't care which month was it related. I just want to know how much the project costs. So relation, project name, with that cost project, and match multiple. Yeah. So see. As you see, live bugs over here should work perfectly. So let's try this. Sometimes this happens. If I'm gonna copy it like this, as I mean, as it should, sometimes it's just gonna give you some trouble, and you need to actually copy it like this, which is of course annoying, but what we can do. So now we have project. So now we can say total cost. And we did cost, and we have this cost, and we make it sum and some $sign. And I don't know how much each project cost me. What else we can do? Let's try to add also company directory. And I'm gonna make company directory as the new users profile. So now we take this and call it this users, and users we can just delete it. We don't need it anymore. Let's put it here. Right, so we have users. Users are inside teams now. So a company directory. I mean, it's basically becoming like a full management app in just like 15 minutes, which is pretty much crazy. But that's why we love Glide. So payment can be costs and categories. Don't know if we need it anymore. But basically, is Alma, she can go to chat now and say, hi everyone. Let's see. Okay, so it didn't plug in the email and user's photo. Okay. So, hi everyone. And if I'm gonna connect to Alice, then say, hi Alma. And basically they're connected with each other in this platform. They can see the project management, they can change between the stuff, they can go to dashboard to see the costs, they can see all their friends. Go to Hugo, you can see, okay, birthday. Okay, the birthday thing is also nice because I want to see that person next birthday. So let's fix this. So it calculates from now. So let's make it current. And now, and next date. The way we want to have the day, but year is just 2022, not the current one. So you can say year, and from a date is going to be year, and I want the current time year, and then instead of this we can just make the current year, and now it makes more sense. Okay, just leave it like this. Yeah, was 8 months ago, which is January 5th, 2023. Barbara, you see this in Hebrew because my device I'm using right now is on Hebrew, but if I would change to English, it was definitely going to change to English. So that's all. I know. Give me ideas, Barbara. What else we can do here?
So I missed the very beginning. So this is just give me the overriding concept here of what we're doing.
Sure. So basically, because this time I didn't got any questions, not like last time. So I'm just, in the meantime, I mean, if I'm not getting any questions, I just opened a whole new app, just created the default app that Glide gonna give me.
Yep.
I added some of those things: project management, dashboard, directory, and chat.
Gotcha.
And I'm just trying to show how easy it is, basically, to build a whole function app for your business in literally 20 minutes. 20 minutes, I
Gotcha.
have chat, costs, dashboard, like everything.
Nice.
So if you have anything specific that you want me trying to do, some question that you have, maybe I can do something that is similar to something that you try to do, and I can show you like a more creative way to do that. Like, feel free, ask me anything.
Yeah, so this, what you're doing here is helpful for an idea I have.
Yeah.
So where did you because you said that you pulled something down and it already had like project management, blah 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 directory on it. Where did you see that?
You see here this plus button over here where you
Yeah.
create, when basically you want to add like new tabs,
Sample
new
screen.
pages. So we
Gotcha.
have like sample screens, and then
Okay.
you have all of those things. Once you're gonna add one, look, I add all of them already, but let's add a new
Yeah.
one that I didn't have or didn't have. Multi-step form, for example.
Okay.
It's gonna add a page and also a database to contain the data.
Nice.
So I have this multi-step form now, but in the data editor, I got a form with all necessary columns that I need. And also submissions, and also gave me options. So it's a full functional thing. So if I'm gonna make this, for example, and continue, and I don't know, something, and this thing, and okay. So basically this carried the whole thing and send request. It created a whole new row, like it's fully functional.
Nice.
Yeah. So
when you went in originally to Glide, did you tell it like what kind of app you were building, or that's always the
no, I just did it like
the
this.
suggested just new app? Okay.
Yeah, just new app. I will show you again. Like I use glide tables to give me this information. It's gonna create for me the 3 very basic data editors here: things, category, and users. Always gonna create like my own.
Yeah.
And then from here, this is what I did. Like just project
Gotcha.
management. That's it. Simple as that.
Okay.
I'm using this for if I want to build like a client some solution. And not always, you will have like dummy data and stuff like that. So it's very easy just to create this. And then I have here in the editor, I have some data to play with, some images, some things, some themes, and whatever I need. And then I just going to make it more and more and more and more complex.
Yeah. So let's go back to the one that you were working on before.
Sure.
And
I don't remember, it was the diamond one or with the mailbox
I'm
one?
not sure.
Same color. I need to change the colors. Let's just change it to yellow. Yes.
So what you just did with the multi-step form, can you show me how, like, so because assuming that I'm assuming that you were already in that directory. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But if,
You mean this one?
yeah, so you're not in the directory, right?
No,
No.
I'm just viewing it as Alice right now, but I can view it as Alma, or I can view it as Fatima.
Oh, I see.
or-
Okay, so yeah, okay. So whoever you are, so when you filled out the form, was that supposed to be a form like one of these employees would be filling out, or is it somebody external to the, I guess what I'm wondering is like
Yeah.
if you were on that directory already and you're filling out this form for some reason to communicate to another team or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you like I want to be able to like so that you don't have to enter your email because that should be
Oh,
able to be
got
pulled,
you.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I can show you how to do this. So, all right. So basically, yeah, it's gonna add let's understand what this form actually does, like in the backstage. So then we can understand like how we can plug it in.
Yeah.
So basically, it uses those three tabs over here: form, options, and submissions. What it actually does, if I'm gonna start filling the stuff, for example, you're gonna see that it's adding over here. And if you noticed, all the columns here are user specific, meaning that now I'm Fatima, and I see Gideon, but if I'm gonna change to Alice, it's like she already did it. And if I'm gonna change to Alma, it's nothing, and I can write Alma. And she will see it as Alma. Again, if I go to Fatima, she will see it as Gideon, because they are overriding each other per se, because like user specific. So each user is seeing this information in this tab like only for himself. And after this completion, after I finish everything, so let's go for Alice, who's finished all of this. If we go to, you see also how it built. So basically I have step 1, 2, and 3. Each time I'm gonna click next, it's gonna move to the next step. So in step number 3, those buttons, let's see what this does. So I basically add in a row to the submission with all the information I plugged in this row. So the magic is here, basically. Instead of name, email, phone, and like to take it from that form that we already did, I can just take it from user profile, name, email, take it from profile user, email, and so on. So we can take like phone, we don't
Gotcha.
have here. But let's say I have name and email,
Yeah.
right? So now I go to Hugo. I won't even do anything here. I'm just gonna continue, and sending request. And now if I go to submission, I see his name and email, because
Perfect.
when I add in the row, I did that. Like, don't add from here. Take the information from here. And depending on the person I'm in. So if I'm gonna connect as a different person, I'm gonna take his email and so on.
Gotcha.
So basically the first thing are irrelevant. I can take reset and then come back here, but those are like not relevant anymore. So yeah, this
So
form
this,
is like from, I guess, I don't know, when Glide did it, they thought about, visitors and not like logged in users.
right. Okay. So you could do it either way. You could have, and through Zapier or whatever, you could do like an online form on your website or something.
Yeah.
And it could then be fed into this somehow. And then people on the team could be like, oh, I got this, I'll take this one, or you know what I mean? Like it could queue up.
Yeah, you can definitely connect with, you understand the concept of API?
Yeah.
Great. So basically, when you're on, Pro plan and above, then you can go to submissions, because that's what we want, and click here and show API. And basically here you need add row, and take the row, add row. And basically you need this thing. to connect. So basically, it depends on the system that you're using, because I think
Mhm.
Wix, you don't need the Zapier and anything. You can just send it like just like this. I 100% sure you that you can create new Google Sheets rows. I already did that. And then you can build your whole app on that Google Sheets, which is the easiest way. You don't need Zapier, you don't need anything. And also in WordPress, you have this plugin, something magic, e-commerce magic or WooCommerce magic. I forgot the name of it. But basically you can also send like new rows for Google Sheets. And then you don't need like, Zapier or whatever.
Gotcha.
On business plan and above, you have the call API, which is like something new, still in beta, but it's basically can take information from the website, and it's something that's gonna make a shortcut. We don't need any more Zapier and Make for a lot of things. But it's you need to be more technical to understand it. Basically,
Yeah.
Glide see their plans as like, if you're on a starter plan, then it's just for the hobby, If you're on pro, then you use it for business. If you're on business plan, then you already like probably the CTO, or you have some technical abilities. So that's why they're going to allow you to use JSON and call API and stuff like that, which are more advanced type of things. So this is more or less how the plans are. If you will see like what you can do in each plan, it will make sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good, Barbara. You are my only, you got a private lesson today. So go
I
ahead,
know, very
please.
nice.
Yeah, you definitely won today. It's something new that I'm trying this webinar. Let's see, I will do it next week as well. Let's see if it's, I mean, if a lot of people are gonna join, and I will feel that I'm helping a lot of people, and like, it's giving a lot of value to the community, I will definitely proceed with this. But I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a kind of exponential thing, but it's nice to talk with somebody, not just building something. Hopefully somebody will see it.
Sorry, and I'll even put my video on, so you're talking to a real person.
Yeah.
There you go. Hi.
Oh, nice. Hi, nice to meet you, Barbara.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you talking from?
I'm in the western part of New York State.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. And I forget where you are. Where are you right now?
At the moment, I'm in Crete, Greece, like the island, Crete. Yeah.
That sounds a lot more exciting than Western New York. So
No, like my wife and I really want to visit the US. We want to do like a road trip with the RV. We're trying to save for that maybe next year or 2 years from now. We hopefully.
well, let's do a house swap, because I would love to go to Greece. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah, why not? I'm sure it's what's much warmer than in New York right now.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's really starting to cool down.
Yeah, cool. So anything else, like ask freely, whatever you want. Like it's your private lesson, whatever you want, I can do.
Yeah, I don't know that I have particular questions today. I still would really like, I think I mentioned last week, I would really like to I forget your the partner's name who was on last time, talking to talk more about like agency model and things like that.
Yeah, he had to miss the call today. He's too busy,
Yeah.
but he's gonna be next time. So I think,
Yeah, I
it's
think
more
that would be
question
really
for him
interesting.
about, but basically, him and Mark are two experts. Basically, in Glide, you can be an agency if you are like 2 or 3 expert and above. Like you were like
Right.
making like a kind of a guild or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of you together, and then you can basically you are considered as a agency or premium expert, and yeah, but
And then how did you become a glide expert? How like, is there some sort of like, did you just do it by playing around yourself because of your background and experience that allowed you to do that? And is there sort of like some sort of official certification you have to do through them, or how does that work?
right. So it was very different method when I was just starting. Today it's really different. To be honest, even me, I'm not sure. But today, if you go to your Glide, account. If you
Yeah.
click on your name here on these three dots, go to account settings, and basically you can just join the expert program just from clicking on a button. That's it. You don't need to do anything. And then you'll be a partner, and you will get some affiliate, and you go to the Slack channel of the expert and stuff like that. Even if you discovered Glide yesterday, you can be in the expert channel today. On my
That's weird.
opinion, it's not good because
No.
there's no like barrier anymore. But
Yeah.
from what I understand, there's a huge difference between an expert and an expert on the directory. So there is like expert directory, right? By the way, you can see here premium expert is an agency. So the certified expert are freelancers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So to be here, it's more complex. So
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely more complex. You see here that you can only get the one, at least with one review, you're gonna be here, meaning that you at least have one client, that's for sure.
Right.
And in my days, which is like 2 years ago, August 21, I had to show Glide. I had like actually interview with, there are 4 partners in Glide. And I had to make the interview and to show them here, I actually know what I'm doing, like just to play with an app when Glide was just like Google Sheets. And also I had to tell like 3 of my clients to send email to Glide and to let them know, hey, I used Gideon services. I'm really happy with him. And so we had 3 clients and on live interview, half an hour. And only then we got the certification. Today, I'm not really sure. And I'm not really sure how it does work because I showed you, you can just click here and become an expert.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you're going to be actually on the directory. Not sure how you can be on the directory anymore. It's a bit of a mystery these days. So it's a complex question. Unfortunately, I don't really know. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Yeah. I've sort of been just playing around with Glide for the past couple of years too. I certainly, I don't use it enough to consider myself an expert yet, but hope to be one day. But how have you found even like their business model has changed in that period of time? Like, have you found that it's changed a lot or?
Yeah, so basically, I just stopped the sharing the screen because I think it's a more theoretical conversation. So interesting talk, like this really interesting questions. So when I started Glide, the plan was per app, right? It was the 12, like the starter was $12 per app, and then the pro was 32 per app, and so on. And initially, when just like the first day of Glide, when I joined, the website was saying that until 2025, we're gonna make like 1 million developers. And basically our goal as Glide is to give the power of development to small businesses and small freelancers. And you don't need to learn code, you don't need to do anything, you just become your own freelancer, build for your clients or build for your own self. Of course, I was hooked and definitely went in with it and start to build myself, start with like really, really small clients and then just grow from there. But today Glide's pricing plan and the way they see themselves now is they want only clients which are like 10, 20 employees and above, and they see Glide as an internal tool only. So all of those people that trying to be like SaaS models or social medias or the next Tinder and stuff like that on Glide, it doesn't matter from that. You're gonna reach in a point that you're gonna reach this glass ceiling that you're gonna say, wait, but why can't it do that? I mean, any app can do that. No, that's not any app is Glide. It's like totally different case. If you want to build something like SaaS or social media, I will suggest something more powerful that contain much more data. I used the Flutter Flow for one project. I think Fathaflow is great. It's from Google, and it's a Google product. And what's great about it, you can connect any data source like Supabase or Firebase and stuff like that, and basically limitless rows, limitless users, and limitless everything. So this is much better for multi-users platform. But for internal tool, if you just want to build something for your business, which you can build like in 1 week or 2 weeks, you know, really fast, it definitely Glide is, because the plan is you have one team, you can make multiple apps. So the goal is like app for marketing department, app for the clients, app for the CEOs, app for this, app for that. Of course, you can contain everything in one app, but this app is going to be huge, really complex, and consume all that 25,000 rows really, really fast. So the best scenario, I think, for a business is to have one internal tool with Glide, which basically the employees and CEO, everything are working on this if you're like a small company. And then another app for the clients, which are row owner protected and of those things. And this is totally separate. Of course, the database can be more or less the same. I mean, users table of the client app will be just clients, and the user table of that will be just users, and then to count it differently. But of course, some of the data can be shared, and this is like the best way, because the internal tool is going to be private users and the client going to be like public users, and then you can count here private, you can count here public, and this is a better way to utilize Glide pricing plan. Definitely.
Interesting. Yeah. Because I know I've talked with other no code developers before, and
Yeah.
their view of Glide was that, oh, Glide, that's just for educational stuff. Right? Is that what it was
do you
sort of
mean by
known for?
What do you mean by educational? Like MVPs?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they meant, but that was the term they always used, that Glide's for more educational purposes. Was that what they were known for at one point, or?
No, I think if they send that, I think they think that Glide is so simple that you can actually teach somebody that doesn't know anything about building apps and just like show them, and then you can build like a concept. I got some clients who are like students for software engineer, and they wanted to create like some idea really, really, really fast. So they're going to use Glide. I mean, there are a lot of people
It was
using
like an
Glide
MVP
exactly.
tool. Yeah.
So Glide, my client are divided to two: the ones who are using for MVP and just want to grow to a different platform. Usually those guys are gonna build something for multi-users like SaaS, social media, a lot of those things. They see Glide as MVP only, right? Like if you want to build Uber or Airbnb, stuff like that, so Glide will be MVP, and then you can show it to investors and then raise the money, and then okay, now let's go full native, let's go all the way in. The second type of clients are the businesses that just want internal tool really fast. They want to be able to adapt the app to their needs really, really fast. I mean, if the business just hiring a new department, they want the Glide also to develop a new department inside the app. To pay and to wait until like a developer will do that in code is going to take months, and usually they won't see any ROI from that. It's going to be too much time consuming, too much expense consuming just for like developing a form, just for like a new department to submit a form. So, and those guys see Glide as their own solution. I have many clients that rely on Glide to operate the whole business. I have like 7 different clients who are regular. I'm working like more than a year now, and we always putting another model, make another app. It's like, oh, Gideon, let's do this. After 2 hours, yeah, it's done. It's like they are like, so it's those 2 clients. So I started to not take in clients who want MVP with Glide, because I feel I'm gonna build it, they're gonna use it for like 6 months, and then like it's not worth it. I want clients gonna stay with me to be recurring payment. They want to be a regular, develop long-time relationship. So if I'm building you MVP, our relationship gonna end in one point. So I'm trying to those days like to avoid those kind of projects. The thing Glide is
Yeah.
not meant for that, you know.
Right, gotcha. So I would imagine you have experience in doing, I don't know, like Bubble or Dello or, whatever
No,
too,
actually,
right?
no. I never
No?
tried Adelo or Babel or whatever. I just using Glide. Like I really like to build internal tools. I don't have passion to build those multi-users apps. If I want, like, let's say I want to build the next Uber or next really, really big app for multi things. You need a whole team. You need a designer, you need a front end, back end, you need a market. It's a whole team, right? So in this case, I would better be in the position of like maybe a project manager and to take a team that of developers. Like, I don't know, it's just not my passion. And to build something like this huge, gonna take me years. And you need a whole team for that, it's like, it's really, really different. So
Yeah.
it depends on what's your passion, right? What you want to do. Like if you just want just one client and for him to hire you for the next 2 years, I mean, it depends how you want to do that,
Yeah. How do you get most of your clients?
Facebook group, of
Facebook.
course.
Yeah.
As the expert
Yeah.
group, it's a lot of people just coming to me directly with questions. And if it's going to be too complex to answer in text, I'm going to tell them that I have consulting hours and you can just have consulting packages, and then we're going to work on the app together, or just give me a scope and I'll give you like a fixed price. And of course, the Glide app directory for the website themselves, because they do a lot of marketing, especially in the US.
Yeah.
So most of the people that come from the directory are going to be US, like from the States, which is good. Like, don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, cool. I like because I do other types of marketing and consulting and things like that. So I work with a lot of like local businesses and nonprofits. And my passion is really working with nonprofits and helping them make more money. And so I have some ideas for some apps. And so the one you were showing today was making me think of the one that I want to build that would be for nonprofit board of directors to have. So they'd have like a little directory, right? How to contact each other. And that would have to change out every year as they change out. And ways just to organize their communication and like their helping them with when they need to go out and talk about the organization and things, how they can talk about it, and also organize their board meeting materials and having that all in one place. So it's nothing too complicated, right? It's I think it would be pretty simple to do. And then another one that I have sort of an MVP in Glide, although it's the older version of Glide, so I guess I'm going to have to rebuild it now. Is a fundraising thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been doing. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in
Yeah.
any case, I leaving you link in the chat is for my consulting packages, as I mentioned before. So if you feel the need, you're stuck in somewhere and it's really driving you crazy and you don't know how to solve this, so you can definitely contact me and I'm pretty sure we can solve it. Like 99% of the problem we can solve.
Yeah.
Just not design stuff. Functionality
Right.
definitely yes, but the Glide's design is not the strong side. Again, because of the purpose internal tools, not like outside tools. So this why is usually the difference, and people don't understand why I can't use password in Glide, why I can't put like language, change the language from Hebrew to English in the tab bar, because it just doesn't meant for B2C. It's more like into tools. So this is why when you understand the target market of Glide, you understand like why it's built in the way it's built.
Yeah, and its capabilities and limitations, right? So
yeah, exactly. And then you understand it's not limitation, just I'm using the wrong platform.
Yeah.
In any way, we finished for today. So I'm really happy that you joined me, Barbara. because I had to talk with somebody. It was really, really good. And I will definitely come also next week. And as I said, I'm trying to see how it does it, like how this is rolling. Like if I get a lot of people and every week, at least I can help like 1, 2, 3 person, you know, and it will be worth my time. If not, then maybe it's just not relevant, and that's okay. And I'm just, anyway, I'm helping with whatever needs. I help in the Glide Facebook group. What I can answer in text, I'm going to answer you. What is too complicated, you know, it's just too complicated. I need to show you how you can do that. I'm recording this, so I'm going to download this and then I'm going to upload it to the group so anybody can see it. And that's it. Until next week.
All right, great. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.